Yahweh,
Rakatha Yahweh,
Rakatha Yahweh Shai,
Rakatha Yahweh Shai,
Rakatha Yahweh,
Rakatha
Rakatha
Yahweh,
Yahweh Shai,
Rakatha Yahweh Shai,
Rakatha Yahweh,
Rakatha Yahweh,
Rakatha Yahweh Shai.
Rakatha Yahweh
I want to
Shai.
give all praise, all glory, all honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Love and peace and salutation to you, hopefully elect brothers pushing the truth across the four corners of the globe, and to you sincere sisters that are watching and listening. I want to say shalom. Today I'm going to go into, me and the other brother Ashkaya.
The brother Kadash Ayash.
All right, we're just going to do a quick lesson on just being a man, all right? Because this world, it doesn't like for you to be a real man, all right? It's called toxic masculinity, all right? But the scriptures told men, all right, to be men. Men are not weak vessels, all right? We have emotions, but we're not emotional. We're not driven by emotions like that, like a woman would be, all right? We're protectors, things of that nature. So the Lord also gave the scriptures to the men, all right? He gave the understanding of the scriptures to men, all right? So with that being said, all right, you ought to be a man, all right? All right, you ought not be emotional and acting like a lady or a female, man, all right? So I'm going to get my first scripture. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 14 and verse 14. I'm going to start at verse 13, actually. 2nd Esdras 14 and 13. It said, but the point is in 14. It said, now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people. Comfort, and to do that, you have to be a man, all right? To be out on the highways and byways, all right, in the elements of this world, you have to be a man. All right, because you're going to have all type of people coming at you all type of different ways. All right, you can't let your emotions, all right, get the best of you.
Okay.
All right?
You got to be a man in this thing. You got to be 10 toes down in this thing, too. It's more than just always, it's more than just going over the scriptures and teaching. It's a whole way of life that you have to be when you come into this thing, man. Because you got to let go of the things that you was doing in the world. You got to let go of that spirit that you had when you was in the world, man.
That's right.
All right?
That's right. It said, but it says, set thine house in order, all right? And we know that our bodies is the temple. So first we have to start with ourselves, all right? And once we get ourselves in order, we're able to teach, all right? Not be like in a hypocritical state to tell people what to do, but we're not doing, all right? Tell what they'll say, Yahweh Shem Shai, all right, says to do, all right? And not be doing it ourselves. All right, it says, now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people, which is the Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. All right, so we're casting off, like the brother was going into, we're casting off that old body. We're casting off the things of this world. All right, we're coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures. All right, it said, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away burdens of men, put off now the weak nature. All right, so we have to put off that weak nature that this world, all right, that mama boy spirit, that emotional thing, acts, all right, of this world, man. All right, because like I said a little earlier, the world calls this being a man toxic masculinity, man.
Yeah.
All right, they're not used to you standing up. They're not used to you confronting them. They're not used to you holding them accountable for their actions. They're used to you just being passive aggressive and letting them do whatever they want to do. All right?
The way that this world is for a man to basically take care of a woman, do what she say, and keep going. But that's not the way that you're supposed to live, man. All right? You're not supposed to be in that state of mind which the world teaches a lot of men to be in. All right? Because you see it in our daily walk, when you even listen to a conversation at work. My woman wanted me to do this and she did that, and I did what she wanted to do. No, they said get your house in order. How's your house in order? That man is supposed to be the ruler of that household, man.
Right. We used to say back when we was in the world, no, it was weak sauce.
Yeah.
All right. When something was weak and it didn't add up, we say, hey man, that's weak sauce, man. All right. So yeah, hey, you can't have that weak sauce in your spirit, man. No. All right. You got to be a man in the truth, man. All right, I'm going to give my second scriptures is 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And start at verse 11. All right. It said, when I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things, man.
That's right. So, when before you came into this truth, you was following the ways of this world. And you thought the ways of this world was right. All right, but once you start reading these scriptures and coming into the understanding of what these scriptures actually are saying, you figure that you was living totally wrong, man. All right, but then when you get into the understanding of what it is to really be a man, you change who you are. All right, you got to change who you are. Because if you don't change who you are, you might as well just still be out there in the world with the rest of these 2/3. Just finna get punished, man.
That's right. This truth requires change, man. It requires you to change. You can't be the same person. All right? The scriptures tell us to put off that old man. So we got to put off. We're shedding that old man daily, man. Huh? All right? And we're learning how to be real men through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right, bro.
All right? That's what matters. It's being a real man in this truth. All right? Not afraid. All right? Knowing what you counting the cost of knowing what you're getting into. Yeah. All right? Because this is a battle. And you can't be emotional and have that feminine spirit and be a man of the Lord, man. You cannot. It's not going to add up. All right? And that's why a lot of people fall out the truth. Why? Because they're not men. They can't take the rebuke. All right? They can't take the chastisement, all right, that comes with it. They can't take the trials and the tribulations that come with it, man. But if you're a man, all right, you know that this comes with certain things, all right, and certain trials, certain tribulations, rebukes. You know it come with it, all right, and you man up, man. All right, as it says in Job. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Job chapter 38 and verse 3.
What Brother Grabbing what does the apostle always say? Do you know what you got yourself into? Do you know what this walk is really about, man? All right, because it comes with sacrifice and change, man. All right, because you're going to have to change. You can't be that same person. You cannot, because if you want to be that same person, you might as well stay in the world. And the bro was right. That's why a lot of people fall out and go back into the world. All right, because the transition that you have to make as a man, yep, it is not all flowers and coconut trees or whatever you want to call it, man. It ain't no sweet thing, man. Because you got to change everything about yourself, man. All right, the way you think, the way you walk, everything. Yep. The way that you deal, the way that you judge. All right, everything changes, man. Once you come into this truth, man.
And guess what? It don't happen overnight. But when you start getting into the scriptures and you start learning more, all right, you start being around the elders in your camp, all right, and seeing how they move and how they maneuver through the society, all right, you start picking up. Right? You can't just walk like you was when you were in the world, man. This is a whole different walk.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't become a man until I came into the truth, man.
God.
All right. I was an emotional wreck. I wanted to act out and fight and do different things just because somebody said something, all right, or did something I didn't like. I was ready to just go at it. But hey, when you come to the truth, hey, that's nothing, man. All right. I'm gonna get this in Job chapter 38 and verse 3. It said, "Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me." So the Lord is demanding men. All right. And Lord willing, we're part of this, man.
God.
All right. But first, you can't be no pussyfoot, man. You can't. Hey, man, the Lord is not. He wants men. No emotional roller coaster. You can't be all like that, man. Now you have to be a man. All right. And if you're not, man, you're going to fall out of this thing, man, and get destroyed with the rest of this world, like the brother was going into a little earlier, man.
Just to back you up with the emotions. All right. You can't be emotional because, hey, what if the Lord puts you over men, and you make it instead of you making a conscious decision, you make an emotional decision, and you might judge somebody wrong, man. All right, and the Lord might jack you up for that, man.
That's right.
So you gotta really, you really gotta let go of all that emotional, feminine, mama boy spirit. That gotta go.
Gotta go.
It gotta go, because if not, it could be your downfall, or it can be your destruction, man.
Right. Khan is my next precept. This is Micah chapter 6, verse 8. It said, "He has showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doth the Lord Yahweh require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy and to walk humbly with Yahweh, with thy power. All right. So the Lord, he says he has showed the old man. All right. He didn't say woman. He showed the man, and the man leads his household. Men lead other men. All right. But you have to have that man mentality, man. All right. And the scriptures teach you how to be a man.
Yeah.
Like I said, you get around the elders that's been in this thing 10, 15 years, man. You start seeing how they move and maneuver. All right. And you pick up those good habits, man.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right, bro.
They teach you how to walk like a man, be circumspect, paying attention to your surroundings and things of that nature, man. Not just being frivolous with your time and your money. All right, you learn these things, all right, as a man coming into this truth, man. And most importantly, the scriptures, man, they demand us to be men, and we have to walk as men. We have to be as such, because the Lord is not dealing with anything else, man.
That's right, bro.
All right.
You got to be a man in this walk, man. All right. Like what the elder was just saying. Hey, you watch the other elders to know how to move, to watch, to be ready to maneuver. All right? Hey, so if you're watching the other elders, what you watch? You watching wisdom. But what the scriptures also say, wisdom and knowledge to be the stability in our times.
Right.
So we want to, you want to watch these brothers and take on what you're learning from these brothers. What does it say? What is it? The man that has traveled. So hey, these men have been in this thing. They know the ups and downs. All right. They know how to maneuver in this world. So we want to take on the attributes of our elders and apostles, man. All right. So we can know how to move in this world as well.
That's right.
All right.
I was looking for this precept. Hold on. Bear with me real quick. Salakia. All right, well, I can't find it. I can't think of it right offhand. I know it's in Luke. I thought it was in the 18th chapter.
So, hey, you just gotta, hey, the time right now is to lock in, man. All right, and really pray that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua take those type of spirits up off of you, man. All right. Pray that the Lord helps you to become a better man. All right. Because these times that we're in, man, are some evil times, man. All right. So, hey, you want to let go of that man even more so now than ever. That old man. You want to let that old man, that old spirit go more than ever right now. All right. Because you might deal emotional when all hell breaks loose, and you might make the wrong decision, man.
That's right. I found that precept. This is Luke 18:1. It said, he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought to always pray and not to faint. All right, so the Lord is telling us men, all right, to constantly pray. The scripture tells us to what? Pray without ceasing and not faint. Don't get weak. All right, and especially in the times that we're coming in. All right, you can't be a weak person or a weak man in the times that we're coming in, because we're finna come into some gruesome times, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to keep your wife and kids and everybody, all right, in order. All right? And you ain't going to be able to do that if you're not walking or being a man. All right? There's a song Tony Braxton used to say, I think, said, just be a man about it.
That's right.
You have to be a man about this, man. All right? And don't let things of this world or trials and tribulation or whatever, all right, a woman or your children, your job, to make you weak, all right, in this truth, man. You got to stand 10 toes down, all right, with your chin up and your chest out, man. All right? And walk as a soldier of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
That's right, bro.
Anything else?
Yeah, just hey, brother, just what I said earlier, hey, just pray that the Lord takes those spirit up off of you. If you know that this is something that you're dealing with, hey, man, pray heavily and fast that the Lord change your spirit.
That's right.
All right? Because like what bro said, now is not the time to be weak.
That's right.
All right? Hey, we're in the time of judgment. We almost at the end, man.
That's right.
So, hey, man, you don't want to get caught up with the rest of the world because you want to be emotional, or you don't want to stand up in your household for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man.
That's right.
All right?
Be a man. All right? So with that, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakwadash. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.